Indian model of development. We need to understand our rituals, our architecture. India has some unique sound and smell and colors and costumes, food, music, diversity. Indian diversity is a fertile ground for innovations. Ultimately, economy drives this world. World is in turmoil because of economic crisis. We need to create new models of economic development. And that's where I think India can really teach the world a lesson or two. But it can only happen if our young do a little bit of soul searching, understand their role and relationship, not copy best, find new solutions, and really focus on lifting poorest of the poor. Then only I think we will find the real path. The world today offers great opportunity. The world is looking to India to find the solutions for the world. But India will have to be very strong in identifying what we want to be. I get very concerned when I see on Indian television all this crazy debate. I worry when I see some of our leaders. I worry when I see some of our students. I worry when I see the quality of our education. I worry when I see dirt on our streets, confusion. Last time when I spoke to students in Baroda, with Swamiji around, I said, young from Baroda can do a great deal to the city of Baroda. At least you can clean garbage. Nobody wants to do that because that's work of the Sudra. Everyone wants to do Brahminian work, advise everybody else. I am disappointed at times in our young. One, they think like their parents. Two, they just don't get things done. All those who complain about corruption are themselves corrupt. All those who complain about garbage never clean up their own garbage. I think it is time to begin to focus on execution, execution, execution. We all know what needs to be done at the personal level, and I think with this, I want to say thank you. I'm sorry I've taken a little longer than I thought, but I once again want to thank Swamiji for giving me this opportunity, and I hope we can open up for some discussion. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shyam Pitroda. On behalf of all the 600 youths present here in the auditorium, and on behalf of all the other thousands who are watching through live telecast, live webcast, because many youths wanted to join and we could not give accommodation because of limited capacity. So the whole program of 2 days conference is now going live webcast, and many thousands are watching this program. On behalf of all of them, I give a hearty thanks. It was a wonderful speech, and I think the youth will agree it is very useful to them, number one. And we start with education, education, education. All those who say education, raise your hand. And that is the best message and the greatest message we have received today, that we start transforming ourselves and the rest happens of itself. So wonderful message. The love for the poor that Swami Vivekananda had given, and all this message has been there. So we are extremely grateful to you. And now, and we assure you that the investment that you did in time today for us will not go in vain. And these youngsters, most of them are leaders in their own fields. They are going to carry your message. And I think that a new transformation power is present here in the auditorium. Thank you very much. And now we will have interaction from the youth. So I have called the names. Those people who had given me yesterday, please come one by one. Please come here and start asking questions. Be brief. Please come.
Thank you.
Thank you. So modern technology has placed vast amounts of information at our fingertips in Google and search engines, websites, and a lot of people say that's caused our minds to atrophy. So how can we instead use modern technology to improve our focus and be able to strengthen our minds instead of weaken them?
I think the focus comes of it identifying what, because there is so much knowledge, no human being is of grasping. You got to focus. I know that I can't talk medicine, biotech, nanotech. I can only focus on telecom. And that's where the domain expertise come in. There is too much general knowledge which is important. But at the same time, you need to decide what domain you want to specialize in. Domain expertise is the real foundation for future career. And the knowledge today gives you the freedom to specialize, at the same time generalize, and allows you to think on your own and not really remember everything. And that's the power of knowledge today. You can always find answers. You need to know how to apply those answers. So focus on application, execution is more critical today than ever before.
My name is Isha Bhave, and I'm from the U.S., from Vivekananda Vidyapith. And my question was, you touched upon addressing the needs of the poor, but how can we use technology to also address gender equality and empowering women, especially in India and then on a global level as well?
I don't see the difference between men and women in today's job. To me, my son is as good as my daughter, and my daughter is as good as my son, even better. So to me, gender equality is a thing of the past. That doesn't mean there is gender equality everywhere. Don't get me wrong. Okay. All I am saying is today's girls are very smart, very capable. I go to many convocations in India, and most of the gold medals are won by girls. All leading students are girls. Girls can work in health, IT, biotech, nanotech, energy. All of the new technologies require basically knowledge. You don't need a hammer today to go work. See, the industrial age was very different. Industrial age required muscle power because you have to hammer the metal. Today, work is very different. And you can also work from anywhere, anytime. If a lady wants to take 6 months off, she can work from home. All of that is possible today. 50 years ago, this was not possible. So I think we should just eliminate this gender equality thing from our mind. We should say our girls are equally capable, there is no discrimination, just go do it. And they are as powerful, as capable as our boys are. And more power to that.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Kutoda. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Asya. I'm also with the same group in the U.S. I just wanted to ask that, I think there's no substitution for personal and close connection. And the knowledge that we can get from that, I don't think there's any substitute for that. So how can we use telecommunication to foster these kind of connections rather than dilute them, especially in the development context? Thank you.
You see, today you have an opportunity to really connect with people from all over the world on Skype and all kinds of tools. So one is physical connection, but there is a limit to it. And Another is virtual connection. And today there is no limit to it. You can get best of the best teachers from any part of the world on web, which you couldn't do 10 years ago. I'm on the board at MIT on OpenCourseWare, and we have 2,200 courses at MIT on OpenCourseWare. You take some of those courses, look at it, and the quality is just superb. I can sit at home and connect with that professor. But I also need somebody locally to connect. That option I always had. But I didn't have the earlier option of connecting with people on web. So you got to capitalize on the new option. I don't know whether I answered your question.
Thank you.
Sir? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ronald Parikh, also from the United States. And my question was, a lot of youth are now entering profit-seeking businesses or other professions. So how do we incorporate Swamiji's teachings in the management styles and also our work in these organizations?
See, lot of our universities are teaching you wrong stuff, according to me. Most of the universities today teach you how to extract value, more so than how to create value. Swamiji's teaching talks about creating value. It is not about how do you increase your commission. Too much emphasis on return on investment. Too much emphasis on the kind of salary you get. People judge you based on your salary, based on the kind of job you have. So everybody wants to be an investment banker. So you get the best of the best degree in design. You want to go work for Cartier. You want to solve problems of the rich. Because it is not paying to go solve problems of the poor. Somebody will have to do it. Option is yours. You have to decide on your own. What is that you want to do? Do you want to go work for an investment banker after getting a PhD because they'll give you huge salary? Option is yours. Nothing wrong with it. Or you want to go solve problems of the poor, which is not very paying, but it may be very satisfying. In my own case, I would say I could have made $1 billion without no issue at all. Okay? I have 100 patents. I decided not to do that, personally. Now, a lot of my family members are not happy with it. They think I should have spent time making billions. So then they won't have to work. I took the other path. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. But that's what I wanted to do. You got to live your dream. Nobody can live your dream for yourself. Sometimes it is right, sometimes it is wrong also. So it's okay. That's how I see it.
Hello sir, warm greetings from India. I am Nikita, and I want to ask that if there are budding entrepreneurs in this nation, and there are models which are being brought up by the young youth, and there are some models which need social inclusion and connection with the government. So seeing into the state that how bringing about the social inclusion which needs the support from government, and seeing the system that they don't support the people who are, right now the cases of the IS, Durga Shakti and all other cases, that the people who want to, do something else, do something different, they are being, like, you can see that so many IAS who want to do, they don't get much support from government. So how to bridge out that kind of gap?